2005, there would be a movie adaptation of a DC Comics comic. We're talking about a guy that is a supernatural exorcist and demonologist. A character that, if you stepped over the line, if you tried to enter this world as a supernatural being, if you tried to break the balance of good and evil, he's going to send you straight back to where you belong. I'm talking about none other than the smoking, supernatural powered, smart aleck, John Constantine. We're here just outside Eagle Mountain. Now, this area up the road where Eagle Mountain actually is closed off. We've been down there. There's gates everywhere, no trespassing. I guess I don't know what it is now. I don't know if a company took it over the area for something or what. So we can't get all the way down there. But what you're looking at in front of you, this mountain, is going to be one of the first shots in Constantine. The guy has found the Spear of Destiny, and as he's walking past his friend, just before he steps out into the road and gets hit by the car, there's a concrete structure with two crosses on it, and it's kind of blocking this part of the mountain like this. So imagine the structure. You can still see this piece of the mountain, this little hump, and a piece of what looks like this dirt wall right there, just like this. Camera's kind of down a little bit. But this is going to be roughly your first shot without being able to get down into the Eagle Mountain area where the shot actually is, thanks to it being closed off. But if I put my hand there, you kind of get the idea. Yeah, you get the structure. You get that. Get a little bit of this mountain over here. The guy finds the Spear of Destiny and leaves Mexico. We see the opening title, Constantine. We then see the woman making tea, and she finds the girl climbing the wall.
Promises clear sailing once we reach the Camarillo area. Is that right, Mark?
This building right here, which is the Olympic Hotel, is the building that is used as the apartment complex for the possessed girl. Now, the alley where Chaz and Constantine pull up in the taxi is actually behind this building. Now, we can't get back here to line any shots up because the alley is completely blocked. But the back of it looks a lot like this staircase here, where the mirror gets thrown out and crashes onto Chaz's taxi. Should have moved it back to a little further, Chaz.
John, why would you do that if you know it's not my car?
I told you to move it.
You're right, John, you did tell me to move it, but if you would have told me that it was a 300-pound mirror you were dropping with a pissed-off demon, I would have moved it further, John.
And this is the shot you would get the first time we see the outside of John's apartment. Now, I would say bowl, bowl, bowl down the side, but in the shot, it's rolled up now, but you used to could walk right through here. But in the shot, we can also see this street light with the same stop sign signal on it, and just up here is the street name, but you can't see the back of it because the street name's on the other side.
You ever think if you told me more now, maybe I could help out? Huh?
Nope.
Nope. Of course it's a nope.
Now, even though in the film it says bowl, 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 as you can tell from the building we just showed you, there's no bowl, bowl, bowl. those scenes were shot in a completely different location, and that building actually does say bowl, bowl, bowl. But the other building is where the interiors were, because it is an actual bowling alley.
This is the location where John's gone in to see Gabriel and Angela's gone in to see the priest. We can't get in. These doors are locked. But this is the outside shot when they're coming out. Angela would be standing right about where Renee's at, waiting on John to come out.
At least it's nice out.
John would walk out, it's pouring rain, light up a cigarette. They would briefly say something, and then he walks out this way. Now Chaz would be parked right here in this location. In the taxi, he says something about John, is pouring rain. We see Constantine walk right through here and in the direction of this shopping complex. Now, in the movie, you can still see the 7-Eleven. It looks just like this. Right next to it would have been a Quiznos Subs back then. That's the only two buildings you can see in the background. Your shot of John walking across the street would have been right about like this, with Chaz's car parked right here. And we see him walk right in this direction.
John! Constantine, it's raining! John! Hey!
The second time we see the exterior of John's apartment, it's kind of up high at an angle looking this way, but you can clearly see where it says bowl, 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 which would be right where all of this is. But to the left, you can see a piece of this building with this archway and these windows, and it says pharmacy across the side right here. In the scene where Constantine and Angela get attacked on the street, Angela's car would have been parked right here, right in front of this sign, because we can see the no stopping anytime. But also in the shot you can see Chapman's. Now the Chapman sign has changed some over the years, but that's the side of the street they would have been parked on.
We should go now.
What is that?
Wait.
They would have ran to this side of the street that I'm currently on, where he would have fought off the flying demons with the bright light, saving him and Angela. As the camera is in the middle of the street, now I can't get in the middle of the street, it's traffic, but it points in this direction. You would have seen Constantine and Angela right about here in the background. But what you can see all the way in the distance is this building here all lit up from it being nighttime.
You mean stay in hell, huh? Tell them that.
Next location brings us to the liquor store where Constantine's friend, the priest from the beginning,
Father Hennessy, wasn't it?
Father Hennessy. He's just left the morgue where he's doing his little thing for Isabel's body. He starts hearing the voices and runs to this liquor store and ends up drinking himself to death under the influence of Balthazar. Kind of tragic in a way. This place has since been closed down.
The guard spotted him groping the body, then he ran across the street.
And here's what the outside of the bowling alley actually looked like, and you can see it, even the outside of this says bowl, 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 just like in the movie. A little further spaced out, but this is the actual exterior of the bowling alley where the B-Man lives. So here's the Chateau 39 lanes. This is where the B-Man lives. You can actually see this in the movie, and he would actually be behind the lanes down in the bottom. Now, they were shot at two different locations because at Constantine's apartment it actually says bowl, bowl, but that was a different location altogether than here at the lanes. But the interior of the lanes and the B-Man was actually here at Chateau 39 lanes. Still looks the exact same. So unfortunately for the interior of the bowling scene, I could only film that short little clip because the owner of the bowling alley, since it's been used in so many movies, will not let you even bring a camera like what I'm using now inside to line it up. And then even the little shot that I did get, he started getting really agitated that we were in there filming stuff instead of, I guess, bowling and paying money. I don't know. That's why you aren't getting the full lined up shot of John and running in after B-Man's been attacked, and you get the corridor him coming through the door shot, and you're not getting him running down the side of the alley shot, because I just couldn't line it up because the owner wouldn't let us.
B-Man!
Sulfur.
B-Man!
So the last time that we see the guy that finds the Spear of Destiny, who is now possessed by the son of Satan, he's walking across the road. He gets right here. I mean, you can still see there's still dirt in the driveway and everything. And he walks straight towards this building. Now, the building back then, there would be a car sitting in this spot just to the right of this truck. And where it says restaurant, it would say Liquor Mart here. But you can see the tire place is still the exact same from the movie. And he would be headed in this direction. Now the camera would then change positions, and over his shoulder is kind of a close-up of him, and it's kind of down like this with him walking. But over his shoulder, right here, you would say, "Got faith," and a picture of a water spout falling down with a cup turning into wine. But you can see the billboard is still the same. Even the fence here, the chain link fence, is kind of fallen down a little bit, but you can still see the chain link fence, which is also seen in the background. The camera would then pan back, and he would continue to this vehicle here, where we see a close-up of the guy sitting in there. You hear glass break. We would see the stolen vehicle pull right out here, go sideways, drift a little bit, and he would head off. You can see these mountains in the background. He's actually headed in this direction.
We've made it to the next location. It's the building behind me. Now this building is the Los Angeles Center Studios. And it would be used a couple of times throughout the film. First time, you're getting Angela's twin sister Isabel. She's admitted to the psych unit. She climbs up to the roof and unfortunately jumps off. Next time you revisit this building is whenever Angela comes to identify the body. And you have Constantine finding out the detrimental news of the condition of his lungs.
Things I've beaten. things most people never even heard of.
So in the movie, the building is a little different. It has a CGI cross in the middle here of this wall with 2 cement columns on each side. So it's a little different now, probably been renovated. Both sides of this building look the same, so take your pick on which one she actually jumps off of.
Well, if they CGI'd the cross, they could have CGI'd those side pieces too.
That's true. Now, the other shot of the outside is when the camera is actually flying through the city, because Constantine, Papa Midnight, and Chase are about to come bust some heads, and it would actually fly in from this side over the freeway, and you can see right here there's an aerial shot. This is 2 walkways right where my finger's pointed. You can see the top of those and the front of the building in that aerial shot. Well, that does it for all things Constantine. This was a good thing. A lot of filming locations. A couple of them we couldn't get to, like Papa Midnight's. Couldn't get to.
But Papa Midnight's was all interior shots. Like you wouldn't have been able to line anything up.
We could have just got the outside of the building, but at the time they were doing a lot of construction around that building anyway in Los Angeles, so we couldn't really get that shot, and we couldn't get the shot where they go through the door. Papa Midnight unlocks the door and they go down for John to use the chair, because that was actually in the middle of like this crypt mausoleum thing, and at the time that we went by there to actually at least get the part of it, they were having a funeral there and we didn't want to disrupt them, so. But we did our best.
I will say this is the most challenging filming location video we've attempted. Yeah, definitely. Like all the other ones are like, eh. This one's like, oh, you're gonna work for this video. We're gonna make you work for it. Big shout out to our VIP Road Warrior patron, Crypt Lady. Thank you for your sponsorship each month. We greatly appreciate it. Thank you for watching this video. Also, check us out on Exit to Adventure, all things social media, Discord, and Patreon. Until next time, we'll catch you down the road at the next exit. Keep it spooky.
Later.